and 4/10. He's down again to 3/10. Roussel is on for another bid for the lead, isn't he?
When it was 4/10 on the previous lap, there was still a potential for side-by-side on the run down towards Lisboa, and there is going to be again. Oh, so close between these top two. Having a look down on the inside is Roussel as they go down towards, and this is an epic battle between the top two for the lead on the run down towards Lisboa.
You've got another one between Sato, Banson and Weldon in the background as now Ryan Carretti comes back on the outside line down to Lisboa, but Jules Roussel asserts himself. Roussel leads, and then there, look, Sato, Weldon goes ahead of Banson as they turn into Lisboa. So another place gain for a charging Sebastian Weldon. Great drive this, and a wonderful battle for the lead. It's trading now between Carretti and Roussel. Superb stuff.
Absolutely superb stuff, and we've got this lap and two more to go in the 10 laps for the FIA F4 World Cup Macau Formula 4 race here. Absolutely super stuff in the top six, all battling it out for a victory here at Macau, which is something very, very special for a single-seater driver. Oh, it goes wrong! It goes wrong! Carretti! Goodness me!
And who's managed to get past safely? Yellow flag shown, so it's Roussel with a big lead. Olivieri, I think, had squeezed through, but as the car was bouncing across the road, did it take anybody with him? Carretti there up against the wall. It's going to be another safety car to move him. I think everybody else got through, but it was a bit touch and go. So yeah, Olivieri survived it, so did Bansal, Sato, Weldon. They have got through, and Ryan Carretti just went a little bit wide, bounced off the barrier, and that, after a really impressive drive, is the race over. And the order behind him then, look, as they come down towards the Malco hairpin behind Jules Roussel, is that second is Olivieri, third is Sato, fourth is Weldon, fifth is Bansal, sixth is McLaughlin. Here's the replay, safety car deployed, and you see here Ryan Carretti, the back breaks away, snap of oversteer as he gets into the corner. He's offline, he's heading for the wall at this point, and he knows it. He tries to fight the car, bang, in it goes, bang, in again at the front, and from that point on, it's game over. And for Olivieri, absolute panic. Where is that car going to end up?
That was beautifully avoided, wasn't it? It's all split-second decisions, and Olivieri gets past the car. You don't know where it's going to finish. It's still moving. It's still swerving, and there is a diminishing room of tarmac to get past.
You saw Seb Weldon stand on the brakes, and there was tyre smoke. Right, safety car deployed. If they're as quick as they have been at doing this, we might get one lap in, but I'm not convinced. It's got to be done on this lap, hasn't it? I don't think it's going to be able to be done in time, but hey, we'll see, we'll see. But Jules Roussel back into the lead from Emanuele Olivieri. Real shame that Ryan Carretti, 15th on the grid yesterday, and having led this race, perhaps he deserved better, but it illustrates that the tiniest error can be punished. So race order, Jules Roussel leading, Emanuele Olivieri in second place, Rintaro Sato in third, Sam Weldon fourth, Ari Bansal is fifth, and Finn McLaughlin is sixth. Right, now this is Emanuele Olivieri's view. Have a look at what's going on ahead. Look for the blue car of Carretti. He's sideways there at Maternity, and he survived that one, but only just. But clearly from here on in, Carretti's car is struggling. He's either asked a bit much of the tyres or he's over-driving, and they head downhill. Olivieri getting a little bit closer. There, he's slightly wider look than Olivieri, who skims up towards the brickwork. And then now, Carretti turns in, the back breaks away, and he's out wide, and crunch. One whack, comes across the road, another whack, and Olivieri is thinking, stop, 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 I've got to get round you. He does. It's not that easy for people behind, but really, you could perhaps slightly flippantly say it was a tank slapper that began 3 corners earlier, and eventually, that's the outcome, a broken car.
You just don't know. If you're following, you just don't know where that car is going to finish up. You can make an assessment of where it might, but you really have to hope that luck is on your side as well. So tight and twisty, that section. So disappointed, because the battle between those two was superb to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lap after lap after lap. And Well, who is it that said last year in single-seaters, you have to have a go? I think it was Freddie Slater,
was Freddie
wasn't
Slater,
it?
yeah.
You have to have a go, and you do. And we were treated to a great battle at the front of the field from those two. And you can only feel very, very sorry for Ryan Coretti. You know, coming up San Francisco Hill, when you saw the first of those little moments, just upsets the flow, doesn't it? And one little tiny moment leads to another, and ultimately that's the result.
So the cars all going round the recovery vehicle, which is on hand, but if that's not off the track by the end of this lap, we have a result, because they will go to the checkered flag in this order. Pedro Gutierrez, the safety car driver there, Portuguese racer, very, very experienced of dealing with the safety car processes at Macau. He's been the safety car driver for a decade plus, and also used to race here in touring cars. He is the man at the wheel of the safety car, leading the field round. But yeah, I fear we ain't going to get one more lap, just because of the nature of how this all has to happen. But what a race while it lasted. Brilliant stuff. Please, can we have the F4 World Cup on the timetable next year?
Yes, indeed. I think they've rather booked their appointment, haven't they? Absolutely superb. We said it from the first time we saw F4 cars here at Macau. They're just perfectly suited. They are nimble, they're quick, and there's young drivers with a huge amount of talent and ambition as well. Just had a message from the FIA Touring Car Commission. Is it president? I think he is. Alan
so.
Gow,
yes.
who has just said the weather here at Macau today is absolutely perfect. He's arrived here for the next race that we'll have here at Macau, the 10-lap race for the Macau gear race, and it is beautiful, isn't it? We've got clear skies, we've got sunshine. Go on.
Why is the Touring Car Commission president bothering with the weather? Shouldn't he be thinking about touring cars, not the weather? I mean, we know it's sunny, Alan. We can see that. Well done, Mr. Gow. Your weather forecasting career beckons. Genius stuff. Yeah. I'd never have thought it was sunny and perfect.
He's being helpful.
Was it?
Yes, we're in a little box, aren't
okay.
we?
All
yeah,
right.
we don't know.
We'll give him that. I'm afraid to say, then, the safety car is going to have to take us to the checkered flag. And look at Ryan Coretti, hunched down against the barrier, distraught, and actually sobbing by the look of the jerky body movements, and that was a devastating outcome for what had been a really impressive race. And Ryan Coretti will remember Macau, but for all the wrong reasons. And Jules Roussel then is on target to take honours in the FIA F4 World Cup. He was runner-up in the French Championship with 2 wins this season, and it looks as though he is going to be a history-making first ever winner of the FIA F4 World Cup. Great racing it has given us. Just a shame that this one has to end behind the safety car.
You're right. And when you see the really forlorn Ryan Coretti, you can see so clearly that how upset he is. You realise how much it means to a young driver to be on the podium or to take a race win, to take victory here at Macau, because it is, for a driver, a huge, huge challenge. Well, I think he can look back at this. He's dealing with the disappointment, the upset now, but he can look back and be very, very proud of the race that we just enjoyed, because that was thrilling. And we've seen a few single-seater races over the years here at Macau. That was a thrilling race.
Keen Nakamura Berta, just to finish the story, did rejoin from the pits, but was so far behind. Even now, he has not caught up, even with the safety car. So he is going to finish the race in 14th place. He will gain the position at the expense of the rather tearful Ryan Coretti. So the car Jules Roussel will lead Emanuele Olivieri and Rintaro Sato to the end. Sato, another driver here who's made good. Third, he was in the order, and 11th he started. So somebody else proving that overtaking is possible. And Ryan Coretti's car goes down the hill on the back of the flatbed. The road is clear, but sadly we've run out of laps. The checkered flag will greet Jules Roussel this time. It'll be that traditional ceremonial release up to the checkered flag, but the FIA F4 World Cup is going to be taken then by Jules Roussel, Emanuele Olivieri and Rintaro Sato for the podium.
And although we've finished the race under the control of the safety car for that incident, We did have some really good laps. We saw the drivers being able to get into a flow of the race, which is something that Macau sometimes doesn't really happen, because you get a stoppage and then you get another stoppage, or rather than a stoppage, an interruption to the race with the safety car, and they just want a few laps that they can piece together and begin to get into a race flow, and we did get that. We got a thrilling race for our FIA F4 World Cup, and we have a World Cup winner who is very soon going to be released from behind the safety car to take the checkered flag once they've negotiated the Macau hairpin, run down the hill through Black Sands towards Fisherman's and then R Bend, and the checkered flag, which is already being prepared down on the starting gantry under the control of the BMW safety car. And a good view from Emanuele Oliveri's car. Didn't quite have the pace of the top two during that race, having got off the line not too bad, but Gilles Rossell and Ryan Caretti did seem to be the pick of the field in that race. See how tight this is down the twisty section through Police and Moorish onto Donna Maria. That barrier on the exit of Moorish has very often claimed a lot of cars in whatever form, single-seaters, touring cars, GT cars. It's not claimed too many this weekend thus far. We've had some unusual places to see cars crashing over the course of 4 days.
I'd still like to know exactly what was happening for Finn McLaughlin, because as we'd said during the race, he was falling away from Sam Weldon and was under attack from Thomas Behrman. So yeah, I'd like to see Finn back next year and see what he could do with a competitive car all weekend.
Yeah, sometimes you have a really unlucky 4 days here at Macau and you come back all the stronger the following year. And I have a feeling that may be what we see for Finn McLaughlin. We've seen it so far this weekend for Freddie Slater, haven't we? We've seen him have bad luck at previous visits to Macau. And Finn McLaughlin can be very proud of that. So too can his family. It's been a character-building weekend at Macau, I think, for Finn McLaughlin. And to finish the race in 6th place, which is where he is now, can be pretty pleased with that, with the limited running he's had. Right, safety car peeled off, checkered flag is prepared, and there we go, across the line goes the race winner. Checkered flag goes to Gilles Rossell. He takes the win from Emanuele Oliveri from Rotaro Salto on the 3rd step of the podium. Sebastian Weldon, who started right the way towards the back of the grid, finishes up in 4th. Arai Bansal is in 5th place, and in 6th place, completing the top 6, is Finn McLaughlin. And Thomas Behrman, who was for quite a few of those laps putting in a fastest lap of the race, finishes up in 7th place. Well, we can be pleased with that. We got a race.
We did get a race, and it was a good race as well. And if anybody thought that F4 wasn't worthy of being on the Grand Prix bill, well, think again. Because that, as a support single-seater race, was very good indeed. And we've been saying for season after season that these are the really good cars to have here, because they're not that wide, they're not that big, they're not too powerful. And bearing in mind, we're talking of drivers here who kind of at best are 16 years of age. To do what they do on this kind of circuit, it is very impressive indeed. The drivers in the single-seater races at Macau are far, far younger than ever. We talk about the way the event has evolved and the sport has evolved, but it's another of those side products. And people say, oh yes, but you know, in the 80s and the 90s there weren't quite so many accidents in the single-seater races, but the drivers were maybe 5 years older, if not more. And now people come into the sport from karting, into single-seater, into car racing from 14 onwards. And so the drivers that you're looking at are very young indeed, not that experienced, and they will, none of them have encountered anything like this. So incidents are inevitable, but I think the way that the likes of Rossell, Olivieri, and before his accident, Caretti, and certainly Sebastian Weldon have raced, and Arai Bansal in fact as well, mighty impressive. And Emanuele Pirot, as the president of the FIA Single-Seater Commission, who really pushed to have this event here, I think deserves a bit of acknowledgement. It was a good idea. Now, Emanuele, can we have more of the same next year? We'd like them back.
I love Macau. I love the Macau Grand Prix, and I love Formula 4 cars around the gear circuit as well. It is just, they just fit very nicely. We said it a number of times during the first year that they competed for the Macau Grand Prix.